Hi guys, our 5-week handstand workshops have proven to be really successful in recent times, primarily based on this hierarchical structure which I've illustrated on the board here for you, and I'm going to walk you through right now. So everything at the bottom of this pyramid is super important and integral to building success and setting you up for success rather in later stages when you get to the more sexy end of the town and perfecting the skill. But we all start right at the bottom here, and that is with moving. So if you don't move well, then you're not going to be efficient, you're not going to have control of your body, you're not going to have any awareness of what you do, you might lack range of motion, strength, all that kind of stuff, and then sort of go nowhere in a hurry. So that's what we really got to concentrate on in the first couple of weeks in this 5-week handstand workshop. So we're going to start with moving, making sure you understand how to prep your wrists, so the wrist mobility, making sure your thoracic and shoulders are nice and open, and if you're someone that's tight, you're working on that. We do a lot of different exercises to understand how to move your body, how to control it, and what it's going to be doing in space before we even get up against the wall. So right down the bottom here, we're not even against the wall necessarily yet. We're not even doing a handstand. We've got simple equipment like dowels or sticks, kettlebells, dumbbells, foam rollers, benches, and we're just learning how to prep ourselves through body awareness exercises to eventually then hit that handstand, okay? The second layer on top is strength, super important, but not just any kind of strength. We need to be strong in our core, so we're going to do a lot of different core exercises, particularly straight body core stuff that's going to transfer into really perfecting some of this stuff up on top of the pyramid. So lots of core strength. I really am hammering people with their simple things like feet together, point your toes, and it's just that repetition. It's the repetition with all this stuff, technique-wise, that is going to just enhance your learning ability. So this is exactly how I have taught kids and how I learnt myself. A coach has got to say it about 1,000 times before it really sinks in and helps you, and then in the long term you're going to be better off. Straight arm strength, we want to make sure that we can lock our arms out. A lot of people find that difficult, sort of come with bent arms, and then that whole ability to get stacked is impeded again. So we're going to make sure we have some solid foundations in our strength core and locking out our arms. What's really important for strength is your upper back. So we don't want to neglect those upper back and mid back muscles. Otherwise your handstand looks like a banana back or a scorpion, and you just won't be able to get nice and stacked and efficient. So we really are caring about trying to get you as stacked as possible, as straight as possible, so you can ultimately progress this to holding a freestanding handstand on the floor, or doing nice handstand walks without putting significant pressure on your lower back, and various other drills that you can sort of go along with. Handstand is an awesome exercise because it is the most important exercise in gymnastics, because it just sets you up for everything else later on in terms of skills, but also it tells you so much about your body. So you'll learn to move a lot better, you'll get stronger, you'll have better range of motion, you'll get more coordinated, you just have all-round athleticism when you start learning a handstand. The next thing after strength is we need to start spending a lot of time under tension and build what we call endurance. So that's when we start getting up into pike handstands on the box, do different variations there. We start getting up on the wall and building up our time under tension, because if we don't have endurance, then when we start to do all this skill stuff, we just fatigue and we gas very quickly. And then we don't give ourselves a chance to really get stacked, push tall, and do all those really important things that comes our way when we start working on the next thing, which is technique. So we are working, of course, technique for all this stuff. All these exercises down below the line, building foundations, need to be with good technique. But what I really mean here is the handstand itself. So we're really going to start working more the handstands in terms of partial wall handstands. So partial wall handstands, your body is partially off the wall. We do a whole different array of different exercises. We also work on our entrances to handstands. So entering handstands, making sure we're efficient, not just launching ourselves up, we're gracefully going up and gracefully coming back down. So we do lots of different progressions into getting you stronger in your handstand, but also making you look lighter, making you feel safer, and making you look more elegant when you're in this handstand. But this all makes a lot more sense once you've done the foundational groundwork. You're moving good, your strength's good, in your back and your core, and you've got some time under tension. You're not just walking up the wall, holding a handstand for 15 seconds and going, ooh, I start to compensate. You start to arch, you start to fall, and you move out of that really nice stacked position. Okay, because if that's you, we've got to really work hard here to get you into this stage. And this can take a couple of weeks. It just depends on, obviously we're doing one session a week, but the goal is for you guys to then go away during the week, practice what we've just done. You get an email, you get access to a link where you have all the tutorial videos and summary notes from that session. So you'll go away and practice that hopefully a couple times during the week, come back and really start to push forward for the next week's program, okay? Once we've kind of built a base here in sort of weeks 1 to 3 and then a little bit in week 4, we really start to amp up the progression, the technique and the skill work, okay? So as I said, we do some partial wall handstands and we do lots of entrance work. Those that are feeling confident, those that are progressing pretty fast, because again, we have a big array of variety of people at different ends of the spectrum. Those people will kind of come on and do some freestanding handstand work on the floor with my spot and supervision, and I'll sort of guide you through that and just give you that feel of trying to find that balance point, which is really important. And all this stuff, again, is enhanced by coach. If you don't have a coach, like if I didn't have a coach growing up as a gymnast, I just would not have been the gymnast I was. I wouldn't have gone and competed for Australia at the World University Games. It's just too hard. You've got to have feedback. You've got to have someone there going, straighten up, push tall, you're leaning forward, you're doing this, your legs coming up hard. It's really hard to sort of self-correct yourself unless you are a coach, you're videoing yourself all the time and you're doing all that sort of stuff. So that is a huge benefit of doing this handstand workshop. So some of you will finish with some of this more advanced skill. Others just get to doing this and just get repetitive work here, and then they just work some of these bunny hop entrances or these various progressions with my spot, and they might not even get here. That's fine, because in an hour session, you're going to cover a lot. It's not like you're going to not get your values worth if you just work this. Okay, so we're all at different stages, and hopefully after the end of this 5 weeks, you walk away going, you know what, I've learned this, this, and this. I'm feeling a lot more confident. I'm over those little fears, and I know what I've got to do in the order to kind of get this skill, because you're not going to learn this overnight. It's not going to happen in a few days or a few weeks. It's a journey to mastering and perfecting that handstand, where you can kick up the handstand with ease every single time and bang out 30-second handstand without falling over, Or just some of you will just be happy to kick to a handstand, get a few seconds, maybe the third one, ooh, there you go, there's 10 seconds, you're feeling really, really strong and really light. But getting to that stage just takes time. It's a journey, and along the journey you are going to move better, you are going to get stronger, you're going to have more time under tension, so you're going to feel lighter and you're going to enjoy doing handstands. You're going to perfect your technique because you're going to understand what your body is doing, and you understand exactly where you got to be and how to get stacked, and then you'll be in a position where you can practice lots of different skills and have confidence and never have fear again. So 5-week handstand workshop, jump on board. This is the last one for 2019. I really look forward to delivering this again. You can also find this same structure in a lot of our classes. So if you can't get to the workshops, our physical classes right here in the gym are here. We've got classes every day of the week. We've got 2 handstand classes, Thursday and Tuesday nights. So you can look on the website there. Also online courses, guys. So there's a handstand push-up course that has a lot of handstand stuff. And also the new handstand course, 6-week handstand course online is coming out.